2012, and at the SATA booth, that means some of the best airbrushing in the world. Now, we don't just go get any airbrush artist for this show. We bring in Mickey Harris, kind of the legend and godfather of airbrush. Mickey, thanks for coming to SEMA.
Well, I'm very happy to be here. I'm having a ball.
Now, amongst all the artwork that you're doing and kind of the display of your talent we're going to get this week, we're also unveiling a new gun for SATA, the SATAgraph 4. Let's talk a little bit about the gun.
Absolutely. I'm very proud of this gun. I was able to work on this project with them over the last couple years in developing of the gun, and it's a mid-range gun. It's a beautiful gun. It's a 4.5 tip in it, which for the novice doesn't mean anything, but for an airbrusher, it's a very versatile tip. So it does a pretty fine line, but also go to a wide range in the spray pattern. So it's a good all-around gun, a good gun for people to start with, and a good gun to keep using as a pro. It's the only gun I use. As you can see is here, I'm working on it. They make 3 models of it. One has the side cup, one is a top feed, as this one is here, and then they have one where it's a siphon feed where a bottle of paint will go on underneath it. So for t-shirt guys and that sort of thing.
Now they've made a little bit of several little innovations to the gun that makes it stand out from all the others that are on the market, and you played a critical role in helping SATA with all those developments.
Yes.
What are some of those little nicks, little twists that SATA's done to make that gun the best on the market right now?
Well, there's several things, and I'm very proud of. One of them is the reversible end cap. That is a design that end cap is designed to protect the needle. Most pros take that off and set it aside so that they can get to that needle to pick off dry paint. This cap, and they lose them. So
right. This
was designed to reverse and then screw back onto the gun so you don't lose it. Then you can flip it back over to protect that cap needle when you're transporting it and that sort of thing. The plastic caps that they have the metal ones, but they also have a plastic cap for the top. Sometimes with metal caps you get a lot of paint in there and it sits over a day or so. It can dry inside there and get stuck. And so that's why they have those knurls and you can grip them and pull them off. Of course they look nice and more expensive. But a plastic cap's an awesome thing because it's flexible, and even when that paint's dry, you can peel it right off.
Right.
Those are very nice. You get both in the kit. Okay. The O-ring at the front of the gun here is it's Teflon coated, encapsulated, and it's solvent proof. Okay. So that makes that very, very nice. The trigger system is one of the coolest things on it. It has the cuts in the front, cross-cutting on it with an angle down. A lot of times on the top of a trigger, your finger will slip on it. Those cross cuts and that tip down keep your finger from slipping. So it's very nice. Those, not only that, but the rocker arm behind it have both been coated in Teflon. So they're very smooth, very slick, and that makes it very, very desirable. With any airbrusher, you want that smoothness and control of that, and you get that with that.
Right.
Plus less wearing of the parts. And one of the features I think is really nice compared to the competition is the trigger system itself. The trigger, what some of the competitors does, they have a hanging flange or valve stem on there that you have to get back down in that hole. And you literally have to eyeball it and look down there and make that little swinging thing get down in there, and sometimes it becomes a an act of God to get it in there, especially if you get old as I am where you can't see.
Right.
This is a single piece trigger that rides on top of that valve, so I don't even have to look down in there. I can literally set that in by hand and I'm in place.
And you're back and going.
And so I can make my gun and get right to it. All the tips and needles and all the parts are very inexpensive to replace. The gun is designed to be very durable. It also has this control on the back of the handle, which will allow you to adjust the amount of fluid, how far the trigger pulls back. So a lot of people do that, and beginners like it. Most pros will use it if they on certain things where they really don't want to pull it. But most time, you learn to control that paint yourself. But for beginners and some people, that's an awesome tool for them to have. But in a nutshell, that's it. We call it the AK-47 of airbrushes because we can beat them up and they keep on working.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it's got everything from the beginner to the pro to cleanability to usability to fine line to shading. It's going to be probably the arsenal gun that everybody's going to have in there that's going to be the go-to.
Well, they should, and the biggest thing of all of that is the price.
Yeah.
So it's very affordable, and not only that, German engineering, of course, but here's the kicker, made in America. And that we're very proud of, is that we're able to manufacture these guns here, keep Americans working here at home, and with all the the attributes of the German engineering that we have.
and get it distributed, and that's so important. You know, some of the work that if you ever check out and follow Mickey online, some of the best work that we've seen come out of him in the last couple of years is those tributes. So the tributes to our armed forces and to our wounded veterans that are coming back. That 9/11 tribute thing was beautiful. It was just great work to see. So thanks for taking time. Thanks for designing the gun. Go by and visit the SATA website. Take a look at the SATAgraph 4, all the innovations that have been made and how it can change the way you're airbrushing, from how you clean it, how you use it, to the trigger to make sure that you don't have those little mess ups anymore when you're working just a little too long. It's just the little details that are going to make a difference in your work. We'll be back a little bit later as we tour the rest of the booth and take a look at soon the new 4000B that's out in camo. Thanks.